Hey everybody who watches this crap. I'm Mike. You know who I am. Well, here's a game I wanted to do. It's not Boost Fury. I got that for maybe tomorrow. But this game's actually fun. Weird difficulty gaps and all that stuff. It's pretty much follows the story of Dragon Ball for, 90%. And it's pretty cool one-on-one. You can, practice. I was gonna do the story, though. So, it's the entire story of Dragon Ball. You haven't seen Dragon Ball, it's Goku. And, this is like everything before Z. I'm not gonna read the story right now, because if you've seen it, you know what it is. If you haven't, you know how to read. My let's read is later. I'm gonna save my voice for that. I'm just kinda gonna talk over the game. So, it's like your basic little side scroll. You get your jump, you get your attack. You can shoot energy later, and you get your power pull. But yeah, this is like one of those games of, it's pretty cool, it's fun, but the skill gap goes up and down out of nowhere. Which I guess was pretty a common thing for Game Boy games. Keeps you playing, I guess. I don't know if I'm just gonna have this be a one-off or not. I gotta evaluate everything. But yeah, it's like I don't know all the secrets, but I know like where stuff is up to like a certain point. Like there's a hamburger. Bet you didn't know that was there if you didn't explore up here. Actually, wait, I think there was like a hat too. Nah, just a rock. Also, one of the like big not cliches or tropes of a video game is respawning enemies every time you get off screen. Yeah, this game is good for that. I'm just playing like the keyboard. I can't find my controller right now, so also this is like the only way that I've played it, so I feel like going to a controller would feel weird, because it's my left hand does the punching and jumping, right hand does the moving, which it's supposed to be the other way around if you're playing on a Game Boy or a controller. But it's already A is jump, and that's weird to me. I'm used to B being jump. Like, A should be the attack. But, this is just... It's just one of those things that's, like, personal preference. I like it being the other way around, not the way I have it. And I like also B being jump. But, forgot to turn on a timer, so excuse me for a second. You know what? I'm not even gonna pause. I'm just gonna click. I'm gonna show you my timer. There's my timer. It's a different one than before. I'm gonna have it for 15 minutes. Oh shit. So yeah, other like basic things of this game are, it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. You get the attacks and stuff, but it's also a different game a little later. It's there are the fights, like you get your iconic fights of Goku versus like Jackie Chun. You get the I've only gotten as far as General Blue, and this game is pretty quick. Or no, that's not true. God, fuck you! That's like another thing. You can get stuck in like an infinite loop of just this bad spawn. But yeah, I got as far as General Tao is how far it was. But that's like only 2 hours into the game. So, and that's if you suck and have to start over a bunch of times, which I had to do. That's because like the skill gap. Because once you start like fighting the actual bosses, it goes from like, oh, this is easy, there's no way I can die, to holy fucking hell, I need to waste like 3 lives just to figure out how this guy fights. It doesn't help that it's like you're always lower on health by the time you reach him, so it's almost a guaranteed first life loss. Now sometimes the game is cool and it gives you items, but then the game is a dick and it's like, oh, by the way, there's a second part to this fight. Too bad you already used up your item. Like, if you saw the show and you remember, like, the ninja episode where he was fighting the Ninja Brothers in Muscle Tower, yeah, that's, like, the biggest dickhead fight that I've seen so far. It's like, oh, yeah, you gotta fight the one of us. Now, there was a full health pot before the fight, and, you know, you're tired from the getting actually through the tower, you have no health left, and you fight him and you have, like, a bar of health left. You should have, like, 2.5 bars at that point instead of just the 2. Well, no, you need that health pot because now you gotta fight 5 of them. And all at the same time. So yeah, it's like capsules are your way of gaining points, or what's the other way? Yeah, you get points or upgrades, like your health will get increased, your power pole gets longer, you get more damage output, I think is one of them. Damn it. The other game that I was like just testing out was Legacy of Goku 2. And that's another like good case, or a good example of wow, difficulty spike done wrong. Oh, you're just starting the game, you're learning the controls, that's cool, we'll give you a little tutorial with Trunks and Gohan, and oh yeah, you know, these are your basic attacks, you can do this. But also, by the way, your first fight is against Frieza. And your close range attack kinda sucks. You're not gonna hit him without getting hit yourself. So, I don't know if I'm gonna like do that game or not. I haven't gotten as far in that game as I have in this one. I just like, if I like a game, I'll play through it before I actually do it, just so I don't suck at it. It's like, yeah, first reactions can be fun, but it's also annoying to watch someone fly around doing nothing for 15 minutes. I mean, it can be if you're a funny person, if you know how to entertain a crowd, which I don't know how to do very well. And also, wouldn't exactly say a crowd is watching me. So I need to make like nothing but good first impressions on every video until I'm big enough to not give a shit about any of you. Which will never happen, so until then I care about you all deeply. So yeah, it's like there's your there's a turtle. And then there's that first iconic boss from Dragon Ball that you beat up in one punch. And, you know, that's how you want it. I'll eat you first, because cannibalism. May not be like one punch exactly, but, oh, whoops. I'm like so used to having energy. Like energy blasts. But yeah, like here's like your basic boss fight. Later on in like the martial arts fighting other people, the fighting changes. Because it's trying to introduce like a... It's trying to teach you in the game like 3 levels in. And then it's like, oh, by the way, here's a break limit thing. It's like you gotta get that before you can start hurting people. I'm looking like earlier in the game, like where the fuck was that? So, yeah, it's like, this game follows as close to the story as it can. But there are a few things like taken out or abridged, kind of. Like, okay, here's Roshi. Iconic Bulma lifting up to show panty scene. Only she doesn't have panties on. Well, I'll give you a nifty present. Come here, Flying Nimbus. It's just yours. You don't gotta test yourself. So, things like the canon, it doesn't bother me. But it could have been funny if it was in the game, but keep the kids rating. So, like, this is like the other funny thing right here. Can I have the Dragon Ball? Why not? It's on the house. Really? That's all. I mean, that's kind of funnier that way, knowing how it's supposed to be. Like, it's just on the house, and it's like, how lucky! I don't have to do shit. And it's like, okay, you got the Flying Nimbus. There's gonna be sky battles now. That sounds like a cool premise. I like fighting on Flying Nimbus. Yeah. There's like 1 level so far in the 2 hours that I've played. And it's the one coming up. So it's like, okay, here's your world map. You can, like, follow the trail, kind of. But, you know, it's just kind of better to just keep advancing. There's really no reason to go back that I know of so far. Who's this person? Who could it possibly be? Can't be Oolong. I mean, oh, It is Oolong. Say this isn't a reveal. This is only a reveal to people who haven't like seen the show. Or I guess like it's a transformation thing, but it's like here it is. Here's your Flying Nimbus level. The rest of the game, it's useless. As far as I know. I do like that the jumping mechanic where it's like, bye Flying Nimbus, hi Flying Nimbus. But yeah, it's like these are, like the early game is pretty basic, it's easy. Here's a get a feel for everything. Then it's like Oolong does this bullshit and the other one is like he has like jet fire, but yeah, knowing what he does, it's just easier staying in front of him. Bye. Am I the best player to do this? Yes. I dare you to find someone who does this better than me. But yeah, this is like... This is pretty cool. It's one of those... Here's the entire plot of Dragon Ball in a pretty condensed way, and it's a good way to get people involved in the show. I like it. I like it. And, you know, you're not missing anything when I skip that. It's just him running up there. This is like difficulty spike number 1. Here's Yamcha. Everybody likes to make fun of Yamcha. He's useless. Ha ha ha. You know, he's the fucking hardest first boss I've ever faced. And it's like, okay, we weakened Goku a little bit because of hunger. No. He still has all his health and power and shit. But it's like when you can do that sort of shit, like you gotta like, I think like the big key thing for Yamcha is you gotta like jump around a little bit more with him. Otherwise, like he gets you with that, with the Wolf Fang Fist deal. I'm like, okay, you know, it's like, here, this is easy, because now I know how to jump around. Otherwise, he just like spams that fucking Wolf Fang Fist, and you'd lose like half your health. Every time. But yeah, it's like now that I know that I've already fought him, like, okay, Puar drops the bombs. But imagine that, like, every attack. And you can't, like, break his combo or anything, you just gotta take it. I'm gonna lose. Even knowing what to do, I'm gonna lose. Because it's like, out of nowhere, he just becomes good. See? So, you know, you get like an extra life every time you beat a level, so... But yeah, that's like a pretty accurate example of how my first fight with him went. Except, like, I think I only got him down, like, 75% instead of, like, 95. It's like, it's pretty good to stay behind him or, like, far away. So that way, once he, like, starts something, you can kinda dodge it. But then it's like, after your combo, you get, like, a second of, I can't move. Yeah, I'm gonna lose again. See what I mean? It's like the heart, it's like a difficulty spike almost. It's like, you're so used to this easy-paced going game, and talking to friends, it's like, oh yeah, I played this game as a kid. And it's like, yeah, I never got past Yamcha. It's like, really? And those who did, it's like, oh yeah, the rest of the game is pretty easy up until, like, you fight Krillin. Or no, the next hardest fight, I forget what it was. Because it's not Jackie Chan, like, you can actually beat him. Which is funny, because, like, the show was, you can't beat him that way. Goku stays interested in joining tournaments that he has a goal to beat. But, here in the game, if you beat him, you're just champion. There's no, like, cutscene of turning into... Actually, I think Ozuru was... Yeah, it was the first fight with Jackie Chan. He doesn't fight him again. No, stop! I know it. Stop! Oh my god. I'm gonna actually do this now. Just so that way I have 2 lives forever. It's like, yeah, this looks so much easier than it is. But it's not, because then he starts like spamming that Wolfang Fist that goes on, and okay, yeah, you can jump it. It's pretty easy to see it going. But once you're like doing a combo, you got that, you get that second of you can't move. And it doesn't help that he's fucking dropping bombs on you. It's like, yeah, this looks good, but then I'm gonna get sloppy. Like I shouldn't have been doing the first time. I could have beat him the first time. No, I couldn't. Who am I kidding? But yeah, it's like, after this, it's a fun game again. Like, I guess maybe Pilaf would be like the next bullshit boss, because you gotta fight him and Shu. There you go. Now he's beat. But he does, he takes off like so much health before you even know what's going on. Oh, you know, I think this is a good place for like a first episode, just to kinda... Here's like the beginning of the show and all that. I think I'll do like a first episode of Legacy of Goku 2 also. And then, first episode of Majin Buu, and then I'll just get right into Katawa Shoujo. So yeah, thanks for watching the Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure episode. And then, yeah. Oh, this is actually not really a level. I'll let you see the Kamehameha also. This is actually a pretty cool scene, because this is where you get your energy blast. And that makes like the rest of the game easier, especially once you get it like to 2 and 3. Because then you can kind of like range away from them and then hit them with the semi-Kamehameha. To do the Kamehameha, you have to store energy and then release it all at once. Pretty much do it by pressing the R button. $50 years right there. And yeah, you know, I can make the joke of Bulma's in the bunny suit, but E rating. And it's like, Roshi knows who you are, and then you go from there. Holy shit, I didn't know this thing beeped. Alright, so yeah, there's the episode for you. Have a good one, everybody. And there's just Pilaf's castle. Which, it's a long one. I'll save it for another episode. Bye.